Lake Hartwell, and they're getting ready to have a tournament between the South Carolina kayakers and the Georgia kayakers. And we've asked Greg to kind of walk us through what goes into kayak fishing. And Greg, tell us a little bit, if you would, how long have you been doing this?
Well, I got started into kayak fishing about 2 years ago. I fished most of my life, and ended up a job relocation took me close to Lake Lanier, which is a little bit west of here, and got in with the Georgia Kayak Fishing Club, and bought my first kayak and have been really enjoying it ever since. The main species we target out there are stripers. You know, they're a lot of fun to catch in the kayak. You hang on to a big fish, and then the kayak actually becomes, you know, part of the drag system when you're fighting the fish. And we like to call it going on a sleigh ride. You basically just hang on and fight the fish, and it gives you a nice little pull through the lakes.
Oh, good, Greg. Give us an idea of what goes into this sleigh ride business. What's involved in a kayak and what's involved in kayak fishing? Can you kind of walk us through what this whole thing is all about?
Sure, Doug. This kayak I have is a real popular model. It's made by Wilderness Systems. It's a 13.5 foot kayak. It's called the Ride. It's a good platform for striper fishing. It's very stable. It does real nice out in, you know, larger lakes like Hartwell or Lanier. Some of the basics on this kayak that I've got rigged up for striper fishing. I guess if you start on the front, it's got the key to striper fishing is obviously finding the fish, and I've got this one outfitted with a sonar. Basically in the hull up front, I've got my transducer. It's glued to the hull, so it shoots straight through the hull. I've got a 12-volt sealed battery, which it'll run the fish finder usually 2 or 3 trips if you keep it charged. Then if you move on back, if you buy this kayak with the angler package, it comes with this Scotty mount. A lot of kayak anglers like to use Scotty products. They seem to be really easy to get the rods out of the holders and simple to use and easy to install. This particular one is it's called a Scotty triple mount. Basically, I have 2 rod holders for downlining, and my sonar unit mounted to it. Kind of gives the kayak a nice console feel when you're out on the water.
What about personal safety? What do you have to have? What are you required to have kayak fishing?
Okay, the most important thing is obviously going to be your personal flotation device. This one's a basic angler type model that you can get. It's made by MTI. And really, you know, I wear mine all the time on the water. It's not the most comfortable thing, but it makes a great place to store your, you have to carry a whistle with you. You can put that in there. I usually carry a headlamp if I do some night fishing or fish early in the morning, or if it's foggy. It's nice to have a little bit of light with you. It also makes a good place to put stuff. I'll put extra leader material and things like that and store those inside.
Let me ask you, what about your rods and reels? What are you using?
Okay, my basic setup for striper fishing are these 2 reels and rods that you see right here. It's just a simple Akuma striper series rod. It's got a light tip on it. Then I use an Abu Garcia 6500 series reel. It's a pretty strong reel. It's got a bait clicker on it. Works real nice. It doesn't have a line counter. Some people prefer the line counting models, but I just like the regular ones as opposed to those. I've got it spooled with 17-pound mono, and I generally run between a 12 and 15-pound leader depending on the conditions.
And when you're down rodding, how heavy a weight you fishing with?
You know, it depends on a calm day like today. I'll use usually around 1.5 ounces, sometimes 2 ounce. If it's a little bit windier, I'll sometimes step up to a 3 ounce or above to try to keep the line straight under my boat.
Good, Greg. Let's take a look at what's behind you when you're sitting in the kayak. What do you got? What do you have here?
Okay. Basically, the crate you see there is one of the staples of kayak fishing. A lot of people rig them different ways. I keep mine very simple. I installed a 3-rod holder in the back, and basically I use that to carry just extra rods that I might have rigged with different baits for different presentations if I need them, but it keeps them out of the way. Inside the crate, a standard 5-gallon bucket fits real nicely for live bait, for downlining, for stripers, and
Okay, now what do you do? What do you about keeping them alive? You've got to oxygenate the water for the bait. What do you have there?
right. I just use a basic fray bill, just an aerator. Runs off just regular batteries. It does a nice job in the summer. Once the water temperatures get a lot hotter, you'll have to carry a cooler with ice. Some people actually will freeze bottles of water, and they'll just dip those in there. Well, I was paddling over to fish this mouth of this cove over here, and I actually saw him on my sonar about 40 feet down, and took a chance and grabbed the down rod, dropped it down, and he followed it up and watched him tail it on the sonar. Nice 5-minute fight, and there he is.
Great fish. Good catch.
Give you a little pull in the kayak.
Yeah.